Transformation, change in form, appearance, nature, or character. In order to understand where Opa-locka is going, we must reflect on the rich history of this community. Nestled in northwest Miami-Dade County, this small town has seen it all and is poised for a big transformation. Founded in 1926 with imaginative design, urban planning, and architecture, Opa-locka was an idyllic, self-sustaining suburban development. At the height of the real estate boom, aviation pioneer Glenn Curtis and wealthy ranch owner James Bright purchased the land that once belonged to the Seminole Indians. They set out on a mission to distinguish it from its neighbors and its competitors to the south. They designed the city based on the literary tale Arabian Nights. It contains the largest collection of buildings reflecting Moorish and Arabian architectural styles in the country, and its streets still bear exotic names from its origins, like Alibaba Avenue. It was whimsical, and despite a devastating hurricane in 1926, which stunted the city's growth, it thrived for many decades. Then, Curtis's fantasy was replaced by a much harsher reality, a time filled with ups and downs. A dark cloud formed over many urban areas across the country in the 1980s, and it shrouded Opa-locka in peril. This period was marked by struggle and plagued by crime, and the stigma still exists today. Metal barricades were placed at strategic points in what was called the Triangle, to separate the drug dealers and the drug seekers. Instead, they divided the community. 30 years later, the barricades are still there, blocking off the area that is now called Magnolia North. The Opa-locka Community Development Corporation has been working tirelessly to address distressed living and unemployment conditions in the community for years. Now, with the generous support of federal funding and private investment, the OLCDC is able to make serious strides with the transformation of Opa-locka into a community of choice. In other words, creating a neighborhood where the residents that live here now will want to stay, and new people will want to move to Opa-locka. This is not going to happen if we displace our beloved residents. This is going to happen because we are investing in the community. Our efforts include removing the metal barricades that have divided the city and symbolize turmoil and despair, along with maintaining a strong commitment to quality, sustainable development, creating opportunities for mixed-income housing, generating wealth-building strategies that include access to jobs, preparation for home ownership and credit opportunities, promoting community involvement, and finally, building our capacity to leverage resources and continue to reinvest in our communities. At the core of these efforts is the redesign of the community's intersections. They will soon serve as inviting entryways to a newly reborn residential and mixed-use neighborhood, while providing open space for friendly encounters through environmentally functional landscape design. The revitalization plan is sponsored by the OLCDC and in collaboration with Miami-Dade County and Public Places is funded in part by the National Endowment for the Arts and the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Dr. Willie Logan, the president and CEO of the OLCDC, has always said that the pillars essential to creating a community of choice are quality housing, engaged citizens, local jobs, and community assets like public art. We're here tonight to celebrate the OLCDC's vision for the future, and especially the artist teams that are using their brilliance to help transform Opa-locka into a community rich in arts and culture once again. We also want to thank people like you for believing in our mission to revitalize our great city. Plans are underway to attract more investment and tourism, as well as create jobs and economic prosperity in the neighborhood. At the same time, the OLCDC has spearheaded countless community reinforcement programs to stimulate the city and its residents. This is what people desire. This is what is coming here. This is why people will choose Opa-locka. We are here tonight to make these dreams a reality. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your generous support.